Record. Hey Don, how you doing? Been a long time no see.
Hello, nice to see you. I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I am good. I'm a little warm, but I am good. It's been a long day. They're all long days.
Yes,
I
nothing but
imagine
long,
I imagine all your days are very long right now too.
nothing but long days anymore.
Yeah. They're getting longer by the day, Don. Um Don's not back yet from his paternity leave. But you were kind enough to take a minute out of your time off to talk to me about a company that you and I appreciate the games of. That was a bad sentence, but
Somehow I was all committed to it, though. I loved it.
yeah, it was a roller coaster, fitting for what we're going to discuss. But
Oh, what a segue.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to an online event called the Frontier Showcase, and I was privy to some interesting thingies about upcoming Frontier games and upcoming updates to Frontier games. And for those of you who don't know, Frontier makes Planet Coaster, Jurassic World Evolution, Elite Dangerous, and as you now know, they are putting out some new games that were announced today. In one case, dropped today. Not a shadow drop, though, because weirdly, well, we'll get into it. But yeah, Struggling and Lemnis Gate have now been announced as well. And so I figured we would just go through, Don and I, and talk about all this stuff. I've got the press releases here. I've got my notes from the showcase with my horrible handwriting. And let's dive in. First off, because this information is already public, I'll just briefly run through the update coming to Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Basically, legs. You can walk on planets now. And they said that they want you to be very excited by seeing the scale of your ship, have that Neil Armstrong moment. Planets with light atmosphere can be visited, so not Earth-likes yet, but like rocky and icy planets. There will be flora. You can have a tool for sampling the flora, which will be like a new career path, like a whole new kind of mode of... so there's like exploration and there's trade and stuff, and this will be a new path, apparently. Yeah, new rank is what it's called, separate from the exploration and all the other ones. And there will be other activities besides sampling flora. I have a little quote here. Not all planets will be empty. Some contain human scale. Can't read my own handwriting there. With a wide variety of missions to undertake on foot. So that's what they told me when I asked if there would be other activities. And there will be human NPCs to encounter at settlements and social hubs, but they weren't talking about that any more than that right now. So that was all cool. I like Elite Dangerous quite a bit. You haven't played that one though, right?
I haven't. I have zero experience with it.
Pretty cool Spache game.
Did not know you could not walk.
You could not walk. You're only in a ship so far.
That seems massive.
Yeah. Gonna be nuts. So they added ATV like landing vehicles before, but you just went from your cockpit to the driver's seat. So what you couldn't so you can technically get out of your ship, but you're just basically in a land ship.
Oh man, that's a huge update. That makes it a million times better, I would think.
It'll be pretty cool. If the activities are neat, it'll be cool. I don't know. But one that's a little closer to your heart, Don, that was not featured in the showcase, but you have the picture of it right there behind you. Planet Zoo Australia pack came out a couple of days ago, back on August 20th, I believe. Seems cool. I imagine that we'll get it, and I imagine that we will stream it someday.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. We haven't made any more progress on our zoo, have we?
I would never betray you by playing it without you, Don. And I'm stalled out on... I haven't played Deadly Premonition 2 yet either, since you've been gone. Did
you get a little sneak peek at some of these Australian, I'm imagining Tasmanian devils?
They didn't have this in the presentation, but we've got some B-roll going over us talking right now. Yeah, so, I mean, it looks cool. It's got, all the classics, weird kangaroos and stuff. Just, standard Australia stuff. It looks really cool. It looks jolly.
The Warner Brother version of Tasmanian Devils I'm hoping for.
It's like spinning around all the time. And that just made me oh my God, there's like a robot kangaroo that you can get.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
As a decoration. But yeah, that's out now. $10. So you can add that to your Planet Zoo if you want. Any other thoughts on that?
No, I'm just curious to see. I mean, I imagine that has everything: new habitats, new creatures, new what do they call it? Biome? Is it a biome?
Yeah, I imagine it would be a new kind of, yeah. And I think it'll fit in with our wildcat park.
I was going to say the only question is which part of our tiger's face will Australia now occupy?
Maybe the tiger's right cheek, our left. I think there's nothing over there.
It's open,
if memory serves. We can make that Australia. So you'll travel from Asia to Australia at a breakneck pace.
And just cross a short patch of whiskers on your way.
Yep. Next up, they showed a game called Struggling, which is a physics-based co-op platformer where you control the arms of this nasty little meat creature. Looks a little bit like Carrion, sort of, maybe.
Oh, is this what they were teasing? This isn't what they were teasing on their Twitter for a few days, were they?
They may have been.
It looked like a little meat wad type of creature in a vial or something.
Well, and what's funny here, this is the thing I hinted toward at the beginning of the video. What's funny was they said it's going to shadow drop basically at Gamescom. So it's out now, unless we're recording this the night before Gamescom opening night. So if something went weird, we don't know about that. Yeah, so the weird thing is I was embargoed not to talk about this game until today when this video came out, but it was included in the montage at that last Indie World showcase from Nintendo like a week and a half ago. So I technically couldn't talk about it, but they showed it, and I was like, well, that's weird.
Maybe Nintendo was just breaking embargo. They don't care.
Maybe Nintendo broke embargo. I don't know. Yeah, but game looks all right. I don't know. We could play it and find out. See if it's cool. Next up, Don, you'll be excited about this one. Planet Coaster Console Edition.
Yeah.
PS4, Xbox One, PS5, and Xbox Series X coming.
And you saw this thing. Was this running at the presentation you were at, or?
They showed it. It was like a trailer. It was like a presentation. It's got everything from the PC version. It has Frontier Workshop to upload creations, which is cool. New tutorials, overhauled UI, expected to release holiday 2020. Around the time the launch of these new consoles. They said, they did a lot of work ground up to make it run on, or to make it really fun to play on consoles and stuff, and it looked pretty smooth from the video that they showed. I didn't get to hands on it or anything, but yeah, it looked kind of cool. And I think that to me with games like these, it's all the controls. If the controls work on console, you're golden. If they don't, get out of town.
That's 100% the biggest issue with Sims. I mean, because I'm willing to accept actually downgrades in performance. You kind of expect it, even though, I don't know, these systems should be able to handle it, I think. But, you're okay with a little bit of downgrade, but the controls, man, to translate those to the controller is not always easy. And I've been playing a lot of, actually, not a lot of, but a little bit of Rock of Ages 3 recently.
Oh, nice.
The editor mode. And that's fun, but boy, it just reminds you how difficult that can be sometimes to how much extra effort it takes actually to translate keyboard
to get the controls right.
So, yeah, for a controller. But I mean, I guess you can just use a keyboard, whatever.
That's true. All of these can take a keyboard and mouse. Next up, we were shown a game called Lemnis Gate, which sort of like another game called Quantum League that was announced a while back. This is a combat puzzler where there's a time loop that takes place over multiple rounds. I think, what did they say, 5 rounds?
I saw the trailer.
Yeah, 25-second time loop over 5 rounds. A roster of champions with skills and abilities. It's a 4-dimensional multiplayer action. They say it's chess plus an FPS. Expected early 2021. Shooter and strategy game. So you basically like take a turn, set up your guy, and see what the other guy's doing on that turn, and then try to shoot them with your next turn, I guess. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's funny that there are 2 games coming out around the same time that are doing similar things. Quantum League, I haven't played or anything, but similar idea there. But both of them look cool. This looks pretty cool. Jury's out. The video we saw was very short. And I asked a few follow-up questions about like rounds and stuff like that. So yeah, 5 rounds, roster of champions with skills and abilities, 25-second time loops, chess FPS. Could be cool.
Yeah, it could be super cool. It seems like the type of thing that's just impossible to know how fun it is without actually playing it.
Yeah.
And you got to play it, I imagine, for a little while to truly begin to enjoy it.
That's the thing I was wondering is, how hard is this thing to pick up?
Probably anything like that, I think, takes a little bit, but boy, if it's done right, it could be super consuming, captivating once you're trying to perfect your runs.
Yeah. Next up, Don, here's the big news, the big boy.
Hit me with it.
Wondering if it probably won't seem to be the big boy for a lot of people, but I assume you will be happy about this news. Jurassic World Evolution Complete Edition is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
This is news to me. I actually didn't even know that.
They announced it today at Gamescom. Today when this video comes up, so tomorrow for when we're shooting this. But yeah, revealed today. Complete Edition will bring the full Jurassic World experience to Nintendo Switch on November 3rd, 2020. It's available for pre-order now, blah, blah, blah. The trailer is very cool with narration from Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, good.
Really good lines. He's got some really good lines in there. Seek it out. It's cool. It's got every narrative expansion and Dino Pack included. November 3rd. For Lemnis Gate, the infinity symbol apparently is called a Lemnis Gate. But Lemnis Gate is also a different thing in their story. I forgot to mention that. I thought that was an interesting factoid. But yeah, what do you think? Jurassic World on the Switch, Jurassic World Evolution.
I love it, and let me tell you why. First of all, so those other home console releases were not for the Switch, obviously, right?
I don't think Planet Coaster is coming to Switch, no. But that might be wrong.
Man, I can't believe that was announced today. Well, going into what I was just saying earlier today, I'm willing to accept a massive amount of downgrade when it comes to a home console, and even more downgrade, obviously, I'm willing to accept knowing that on the go anywhere I could pop open my now here's a big question I have. I would assume it has cross save.
Let me check the press release if they mention it.
I would pray it has cross save. If it has cross save, that's just absolute
nice.
To be able to open up your park on your Switch, tinker with it, in a downgraded graphic mode, and then open it up at home and see the changes. Who knows if they got that in there. If not, I'm sure it's a matter of time.
Yeah, I wish I had. They don't mention it in the press release that I can see. I wish I'd thought to ask that when I was in that thing.
It's possible that it's not there on launch, but I would assume they'll add it because they may have mentioned it if it was there right away. But either way, I mean, even if it's just the fact of, okay, maybe you're getting a slightly nicer resolution at home and then you go on the road and tinker with your park a little,
That would be nice. Hopefully that is the case. But if not, we're sorry.
Yes. Even if it's not, though, I would still say it's exciting that it's coming to Switch. Because like I said, even just to be able to make adjustments anywhere you are on the go, that's the lovely thing about Switch. Then put it on your TV at home and see it in its pristine glory.
Yeah, and if the controls are good, then you're all set.
Yeah, I can imagine just with how the control scheme is for both of those. I think they're the same for Planet Zoo and or Jurassic World Evolution, they're identical. I could imagine them being translated really easily to the controller. I think it should feel good.
I agree. I think menu diving might get a little crazy, but who knows? But yeah, that was it. That's the news. That's what I heard about. Pretty cool stuff. Exciting stuff. Nothing like blew my mind away, like out of my mind. The legs in Elite Dangerous are pretty cool, but
that's pretty huge.
Yeah. So I mean, not some like huge, crazy, mind-blowing announcements, but some pretty cool announcements. And I was happy to see it early and take a look at it. And I'm happy to talk about it with you, Don. Good to see you.
That's awesome. I know. Nice to see you. Thanks for the update. Good things are going on at Frontier. I'm so happy with how they're handling these couple franchises they've got, these big ones they've got. I think they're just continue to knock it out of the park. So
I would agree. Yeah.
Continue to look forward to what they're bringing us for sure.
Me too. All right. Thanks, Don. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
See you.